check that backwards running off the list. Today's a very exciting video because we get to set up a fresh new board, and you can tell by the title, it's a twin tail, but it's a special twin tail. It's a twin tail I got off of Amazon, and the top layer is carbon fiber. So 6 layers of wood, 1 layer of carbon fiber. And get this, it was only like 25 bucks or like $30, like super cheap. So one part of me is like a little bit skeptical. This thing is gonna like break really, really fast. But the other part of me is like, carbon fiber. What if this board is just as strong as a regular board, but for 25 bucks and it's a twin tail? I don't know what more you could ask for. This board setup's all gonna be filmed POV. And as well, the other day on Instagram, I asked you guys what would be like your dream board shape. And so as I go through the board setup, I'm gonna go through some of your questions. We're gonna talk about what would be your dream board shape. Leave it in the comments below. All right, guys, so before we get into your guys' responses about what your dream shape would be, first I wanna show you this board right here. So this is the $30 Amazon board. This thing's been sitting in my car and in my closet. It's been kind of left around, so there's a lot of marks on it from just kind of being stored here and there. But it's just blank on the bottom, but then you can see this, like, it's like a smooth finish on it. Good round noses. Like I like the noses on this thing. And then also it's got a good amount of concave. I personally prefer a board with not too much concave, but if I had to like pick flat or too much concave, I would go with too much concave for sure. So like just by looking at this, I mean, I think I'm a big fan of the shape to begin with. The question is whether or not this board is actually gonna hold up. So I'm gonna link this board below so you can check out the Amazon seller. I'm not convinced that, you know, it's like the most durable board or the highest quality board, but for 30 bucks, like, it's worth a shot. So this is an 825. I'm not sure the other specs on it. Yeah, I'm excited to set this up and just test it out. I will have a full review of this disorder board coming soon, but today we're just gonna take it apart, set up the new board, and then once we got that set up, we're gonna go to the park and I'm gonna let you guys know my first impressions of that board. I forgot to do this before, but here is the ISHOD WAIR twin tail, and here is the $30 Amazon. Now this is an 825, this is an 8375. This was my favorite board ever. Amazing shape, amazingly durable, great pop. Even though that it's $30 and the ISHOD board was like $70, I'm hoping that it'll be somewhat comparable, but I'm not gonna be surprised if, you know, it doesn't compare at all to the ISHOD board. Not wearing skate shoes, but thought maybe we could get some Tramp board tricks first. See if we can get a better inward heel than that one. I just keep landing like with my feet back here. I want to catch it with my front foot and bring it down. That's better. Let's get a better one. Maybe we can do a tray double real quick. Whoa! All right, we can get a less sketchy one. Good enough? All right, let's go set up this new board. All right, sorry if you hear me breathing heavy, but I'm gonna go through a few of these answers and we'll talk about the answers while I'm taking apart that board. So the first one is Kip Chaga. He says, full SE, pretty good. Yeah, I really enjoyed skating the full SE. Not sure about Dream Board, but currently on full SE and it's great. That's 2 of those in a row. What are the odds? Santa Cruz taper tip. Never, I don't know anything about that. I'm skating a VX and a real board right now that I'm really enjoying. The VX I like more. Yeah, so I've skated a full SE from Deluxe through Real, and I just have to say, like, that was one of the most solid boards I've ever ridden. Oh geez, love that. Where'd that nut go? Am I the only one that goes through this every time I set up a board? I end up having to like go on a search to find missing hardware. Again, this ISHOD one over here has been my favorite board ever. And then next to that, like, second favorite board was probably the Zion Wright Real full SE that I got. If I had to like choose a board to skate that's not a twin tail, it would definitely be the full SE. All right, time to put some grip on our boards. I'm kind of worried that maybe because it's carbon fiber on top, the grip won't stick as well. Man, these creases are gonna drive me nuts. I've got super bad creases in this grip because I was storing it in my backpack and it just kept getting gnarlier and gnarlier. I've never tried the VX. I've been wanting to try the VX. However, I had a bad experience with the Powell version of the VX, the flight decks. So now I'm like a little bit turned off and wondering if I'll even like the Santa Cruz VX. So if any of you have like skated both of them, let me know in the comments below which one you liked better. Okay, let's look at a couple more of these responses. We got twin tail, symmetrical all the way. I completely agree with that. Twin nose. I actually think that this board might be a twin nose, not a twin tail, but I don't think I'd like skating a true twin nose. Like I couldn't stand to pop off of a nose. Baker, I actually really hate Baker boards. I only skated one, to be fair. It was a Baker Mellow, and I had such a bad experience with it, and I've heard other people, even people that like them, they say that they break really fast, and I just really did not like it. I love a Baker Mellow shape. That's so funny. 825 with a 14-inch wheelbase. Pretty sure that's exactly what I skated, and it just cracked way too fast. Ripstick shape. Oh yeah, that would be the dream. Get a piece of wood, shape it into a ripstick for superior board control. You guys probably don't want to hear this, so I'll just do this part off camera. All right, we've got everything scrubbed down, or I guess, what do you call it? We scrape the edges. And now comes the moment of truth, which is cutting the grip. I feel like this is hard enough to do, but then when you got people watching you, I'm gonna expose myself how bad I am at cutting grip tape. This one's going pretty good so far though. Shout out Mob Grip, superior gripability. This is where it gets tricky. I'm a little bit OCD, so it bothers me if I grip a board wrong. Sometimes I'll get like so into like the cut, I won't even realize that I'm like grabbing the razor blade and cutting my fingers because I'm just like so focused on getting the grip cut just how I want. So far this one's going pretty good though. I'm gonna jinx it right here at the end. Honestly, that one really good. Oh, until you actually like look at it and see how bad it was. Yikes. Right here was a huge mistake, but that's okay. Okay, we've got our brand new board, 30 bucks on Amazon with the carbon fiber top. Yeah, it feels very compact, very short, symmetrical, which I love. Got our Mob Grip on here. Independent Allen hardware, 7/8. Independent mids with Bones medium bushings, and then Bronson G3s with Spitfire, what are these? Spitfire Formula 4 tablets. So that's the setup I'm running right now. If you want to get any of this stuff yourself, links will be in the description below, but I'm gonna go put my skate shoes on, get the beanie on, and then we'll go over to the skate park and get a sesh on the new board, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. Okay, we just got to the skate park and it is hella crowded today. I don't know what's going on, but there is just like a ton of people. But we'll get as many clips as we can, and then I'll let you know how this board compares to the ISHOD WAIR twin tail. And if you didn't know, Chris Roberts' twin tail just dropped today, so I hurried and got mine. But go to the9club.com and get yourself a Chris Roberts twin tail if you want to get one before they sell out. All right, let's try and get some skating amongst all these little scooter kids, and it's loaded today. Alright guys, it's the next morning. That skate session was gnarly. There were so many kids there. It was like almost impossible to skate. So I apologize for not having too much skating in this video. But I did want to tell you guys my thoughts on this new board. So the board is like extremely short. So I put it up next to my friend Joe's board, and it was like a solid inch and a half shorter, like the length of it. So it's very, very compact, which I think I'll get used to. But the main thing that I felt like was throwing me off is that this board is actually not a twin tail, it's a twin nose. So the kicks are a lot steeper to pop off of. However, the kicks aren't particularly long. So it's just like this short, steep thing, and it just really kicks the board like straight up really, really fast. As well, it's got a decent amount of concave. So with how loose my trucks are, I was really feeling like my truck's turning a lot more, just because you get that extra kind of pointiness on the side of the board. So it's a lot more responsive, both with the turning and the popping, and the shape of it just looks crazy. It's like very, very, very round, and just, I don't know, I think I'll get used to it, and I think
in a few weeks, like, I'll like it. I do have to say though, for 30 bucks or however much it was, I think depending on the size of the board, it can be like $25 or $35 or somewhere in that range. I'm like really blown away by how good the board feels. Like, it's stiff. It feels like any other board, and it feels better to me than a lot of boards. So I'm pretty blown away. Like, again, the jury's out because I've only skated with it for one session and it's gonna take some time to get used to, but holy cow, for that price point, I'm like blown away. Like, it's cool that it has like the fiberglass on there, and that's why I got it, or that's why I wanted to get it. But I was definitely skeptical whether or not it was actually just gonna feel horrible. And I gotta say, the dimensions are a little weird, like with how short it is, but all in all, I'm like really impressed with this board. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the Friday Warehouse, pick up a Friday shirt. Remember to make every single day a Friday, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.